What other lies are going to be brought to light? What other scandals, as JD Vance likes to say, is going to happen? Welcome back, everyone. There are a lot of celebrities that I do like and I don't like. A lot of them that are respectable and a lot that are not whatsoever. But Lady Gaga is one celebrity that I do find highly respectable. She apparently has a few choice words for Mr. POTUS, or as I like to say, FOTUS. Fuhrer of the United States, fucker of the United States, fake of the United States, felony of the United States. The list goes on. Without further ado, let's get into it.
Lady Gaga and Alicia Keys had some choice words for Trump and the negative policies he's put in place that hurts millions and millions of Americans. And before we get into that, I want to just give you some background to why they're choosing to speak out as they did. And by the way, this went mega viral. That's because Donald Trump was accusing the flight that went down in D.C. of being caused by DEI.
Second, for your signature, we have a presidential memorandum titled Immediate Assessment of Aviation Safety. In light of the damage done to aviation safety by the Biden administration's DEI and woke policies, what this presidential memorandum orders is for your Secretary of Transportation and FAA administrator, in this case, acting FAA administrator, to basically ensure that we are actively undoing all of that damage, that we are assessing how much damage was done, and that we're ensuring that people hired within the FAA, in keeping with your memorandum of January 21st, are only the most outstanding, capable people for the jobs that they're being hired into.
Real quick, just a super quick side note with the termination of the administrator of the FAA. I think it's a complete and total crapshoot, fluke, or not fluke, but a crapshoot that this man is blaming Biden for this crash. But it also happened after he terminated the head honcho of the FAA. Explain that. I think it's all, well, not all, but I think a lot of it is propaganda crap.
In other words, competence.
Yes, sir. Elevating competence over everything, sir.
Thank you.
Second, for your
So there he is, signing an executive order that does nothing other than blame Biden and policies that promote diversity, equity, and inclusion for the plane crash in D.C. And I just want to say, JD Vance actually walked this back. JD Vance backtracked on the DEI slurs that Donald Trump levied on Fox, of all places.
Real quick, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Much appreciated.
Here he is trying to make things better.
So, I mean, do you have any evidence that any of those hires that were there at the control Wednesday night were DEI hires?
So the president's been very clear about this. This is not saying that the person who was at the controls is a DEI hire, but let's just say, first of all, we should investigate everything, but let's just say the person at the controls didn't have enough staffing around him or her because we were turning people away because of DEI reasons. There is a very direct connection between the policies of the last administration and short-staffed air traffic controllers. That has to stop. And by the way, it's so funny to me, the media has picked up on this, not you, of course, Maria, but others have picked up on this. The president made very clear that he wasn't blaming anybody, but he was being very explicit about the fact that DEI policies have led our air traffic controllers to be short-staffed. That is a scandal. Thankfully, it's a scandal that the president has stopped.
So, I mean, do you have...
So, yeah, that's a lie because the Pete Buttigieg went online the day after this all got tossed up into the air. Pete Buttigieg went online and said that the FAA had never been healthier until Donald Trump came in and started firing people at seemingly random. He even fired the FAA head. There wasn't one when this all happened, and now there is one as a result.
So JD Vance did just use the word scandal. We're not even a month in to this man's presidency. What's a scandal is trying to get everyone in the country to believe that he was going to have a whole bunch of pricing drops. A big one, I don't know why he was so gung-ho on it, but of eggs. I mean, eggs overnight have almost jumped $1 up in price. It's ridiculous. What other lies are going to be brought to light? What other scandals, as JD Vance likes to say, is going to happen?
Result, because people were dying from falling from the sky. So here's Alicia Keys responding to all of this nastiness that, by the way, is so unnecessary. It's just unnecessary and frankly racist.
This is not the time to shut down the diversity of voices. We've seen on this stage talented, hardworking people from different backgrounds with different points of view, and it changes the game. DEI is not a threat, it's a gift. And the more voices, the more powerful the sound. When destructive forces try to burn us down, we rise from the ashes like a phoenix. And as you see tonight, music is the unstoppable language that connects us all. It's so beautiful. So let's keep showing up with compassion, with empathy.
So I love that one moment there.
DEI is not a threat, it's a gift. And the more voices, the more power.
I swear I thought he was gonna pause on Billie Eilish. I was gonna say I love that she's rocking a fitted backwards.
Powerful the sound.
The more voices, the more powerful the sound. That is the American way, to be completely honest. The more voices, the more powerful the sound. That is one of the reasons why we have become we are the wealthiest and most prosperous nation in the world. And it seems like Donald Trump is doing everything he can to try to hurt that. I've got Lady Gaga's response to this coming up because, as I'm sure some of you know, that Trump has now targeted transgender people. He's going after the ability for us to hire the best people for positions, and he's also going after some of the most vulnerable in our community. It's disgusting. President Donald Trump has targeted transgender and non-binary people with a series of executive orders since he returned to office. He has done it with strong language. In one executive order, he asserted medical professionals are maiming and sterilizing a growing number of impressionable children under the radical and false claim that adults can change a child's sex. I think there's like 10 child sex change operations a year. 10. This is what the president's focused on.
Yeah, and him wanting more power. The dude's power hungry. He's trying to control everyone, everything, and unfortunately that falls into it. This man needs to stop. It's goddamn sickening.
That's a dramatic reversal from President Joe Biden, of course. Here is just some of what Donald Trump has done in the 2 weeks he's been in office. It's been 2 weeks. He's recognized people as only men or women. He made it so that requests were denied for passport gender markers. I have a friend who is trans. She has female on her passport. And now when she has to renew it, which she has to renew it, I believe, soon, she has to change it to male. And who does that make safer? Who does that hurt? Who does that help? I feel like it hurts the people that have the passport and it doesn't help anyone else. What is the point of that? Transgender women are moved into men's prisons and they're opening a door for, this is actually old. They did do another transgender member service ban, which is just disgusting. Like if you...
That makes no... I'm trying so hard not to use foul language. It makes no freaking sense. No sense at all. Why would the government be against that? If someone wants to be in the military, it's going to be yet another person fighting for our country. Can someone please make that make sense to me? It really does not. It sounds like more hatred, more division.
You want to serve our country. Who cares what you look like? And who cares what's between your legs? It's so stupid. Well, here's Lady Gaga really putting it perfectly.
That trans people are not invisible. Trans people deserve love. The queer community deserves to be lifted up. Music is love. Thank you.
Good for you, Lady Gaga. Holy crap, good for you.
I'm going to tell you why I love both these moments, because I just feel like all of this stuff is happening and it feels like there's no one speaking out. I know that we have our Democratic leaders trying to make noise, but it is so important that people who are powerful and can get attention and aren't tied to politics are also saying, hey, what's happening right now is not okay. So that's why it's really important for you all to speak up in your own communities, whether you have 10 followers or 10,000, it's important that you also speak up too, because we have to remind folks that we're on their side and that what's happening is not okay.
That is insane that all that is happening / has happened, and that there's not really, at least yet, anything happening about it. I don't understand why. I don't understand why this man is so power hungry, and controlling it, all the above, etc. I don't know. If y'all can make sense of that, please let me know. Real quick, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Much appreciated.